let's get into this video. So today I will be customizing this wig that I received from Klaiyi here. It's a highlighted wig that is 18 inches. If you guys remember, I did an unboxing video last month on this wig, but I decided to wear this wig to my DC trip. I'm about to show you guys step by steps how I customize my wig and get everything ready for my weekend trip. Most wigs come with 3 hair clips inside, but I always remove the hair clips out of my wig because it always prevents my wig to lay down how I like it. And all I use is a razor. Now, during this process, you really have to take your time when removing the hair clips because you don't want to accidentally cut the lace or put a hole in your wig. But what I do is I simply cut the thread that is holding the hair clip. If you ever wonder why your wigs aren't laying flat like you see the girls on Instagram and stuff, take the hair clips out. It is okay. If you take your time and just remove the hair clips out, it will make a big difference of how your wig lay down. But like you see here, this process is very easy. All I'm doing is cutting the thread that's holding the hair clip, and it's released so easily. I make sure I don't have a hole in my lace or my wig, and everything's alright. You know, with this process, you don't have to be scared to do it. Just take your time so you make sure you won't fuck up your wig. Most of the time, I do take off the hair clip in the back, but this time I wanted to use the hair clip for extra security for my wig. So since I'm not taking off this hair clip, let's move on to the next step. This teapot wig is great. The quality is great, but the only problem I'm having right now is the knots. You see, these knots aren't big, but I like to get rid of them. So let me show you how I make these knots disappear. Before bleaching the knots, what I am going to do is loosen up the knots. Most people don't know how to do this process or don't even know about this process, but this is the 40 developer that I usually like to use for this process and also bleaching. Loosening the knots is a very easy process. All I'm doing is pouring a small amount of developer in my mixer dye bowl, and make sure it's plastic. I got this bowl at my local beauty supply store. It is under $2. Like I said before, loosening the knots is a very easy process. All I'm using is a small amount of developer, and I'm applying it on the knots that needs to be lifted. Definitely with this wig, with a teapot wig, this process is going to be very fast, but you can do the same thing with a 13x6, a 5x5, a 13x4 wig. You apply the developer on your lace where you want your knots to be loosened. After applying the developer on the lace, I let it sit for 30 minutes before I rinse it out. I wanted to show y'all real quick of the results of me loosening the knots. Do y'all remember how the knots looked before I did that? Let me show y'all. This is how the knots were looking before. You can see it is very visible, but now the knots are barely visible now. You might see a little bit of here and there, but we're not done with this process. I still gotta bleach the lace, so let's get into that process. Now, while I bleach, I like to use Quick Blue. I got this also at my local beauty supply store. It costs $15. But also, I will link this in my Amazon storefront. Y'all know your girl got an Amazon storefront now. But that's besides the point. Since I will be working with a teapot wig, I will be only using 1 scoop of the bleach. But, you know, if you dealing with a lace that's bigger, like a 5x5 or 13x6, 13x4, you might want to use a scoop and a half. But today, I'll be only using 1 scoop. I don't measure the amount of developer that I use during my bleaching process, but what I do is I pour a small amount of developer in first, and then I stir it up. And if I need more developer, I'll add as I go as I'm stirring the mixture up. How I know that I have a good amount of mixture is the consistency of the bleach. Now, you don't want the bleach to be too runny because it's gonna bleed through your lace, but with a consistency thick like this, that's how you know you have a good mixture of bleach. Now it's time to apply the bleach on the lace. Okay, so when it's time to bleach, you have to be as gentle with your hand. Don't be heavy-handed when you applying the bleach on your lace because it's gonna bleed through. Now, I know this is a highlighted wig and it probably just, you know, doesn't matter, but still, when you're bleaching in general, be very gentle. Okay, so what I'm doing is applying a bleach into the middle part of the lace, and also I'll be applying the bleach around the hairline of the lace as well. After I finish applying the bleach onto the lace, I got my aluminum foil and I placed it right where I applied my bleach at in the wig. Now I let this sit for about 45 minutes. Now it's okay to over bleach, but you gotta know when to rinse it out. You know, don't go longer than 45 minutes, okay? And definitely when you're using 40 developer. But now it's for time for the next process. So I just got done rinsing out the bleach out of my lace very well, but now I'm left with this brassy color. Now you would think to just stop right here. No, we have to get rid of this color right here. So to get rid of this brassy tone color that's left on the lace, I like to use a blue shampoo. Now this blue shampoo, I got it from Sally's, and it is called Eva NYC. It was under $15, but this right here is the best. I like it better than using a purple shampoo that most people use, but this really gets that brassy color out of the lace. So all I did was apply a small amount of the shampoo. Let me stop lying. I applied a lot of the shampoo on this lace, but I get a toothbrush that I don't use and I really get in there and I just scrub. I go to town on this motherfucker. So so I just keep scrubbing. First I'm working with the middle part of the lace, and I'm just scrubbing it really in because I want to get rid of the brassy color. Make sure you wear gloves while doing this process. I had to remember that this blue shampoo really stains my hands, so wear gloves while you're doing this. But basically what I'm doing is the same thing that you guys see me do with the middle part. I'm doing it all over, but I'm making it a quicker process by just applying the shampoo all over and rubbing it through. But I will go in and use the brush to just get into the lace as much as I want to. I want this to bleed through the lace so the brassy color won't be left on my lace. After I finish scrubbing the shampoo into the lace, I let this sit for a good 30 minutes because the longer I let it sit, it really takes away the brassy color on the lace. After I got done washing this wig, it is time to pluck, okay? Now I know it's a T-part wig and it's not much for me to work with, but I have to make this wig look like something, okay? So I will still pluck this wig. As you see, I lather my mousse into the wig because I need everything to be pushed back. As you see, I made a part from the hair that was in front of the track so I could see what can I work with. But before that, I just part a little bit. I don't have much to work with, y'all, but I part a little bit of hair back so I can just pluck something, okay? Like, I know this look crazy, but like I said, I have to make this hairline look like something, so I have to work with what I got. I want to give you guys some tips about plucking. First, make sure you have something white up under your wig, a white towel. For me, I have a white plastic bag on my mannequin so I'll be able to see better while I'm plucking. But also, while you are plucking, make sure you're plucking an inch away from each other. You do not want to bald your hairline, for this is a hairline, so you don't want to make your hairline look bald and you're plucking too much. So it's always good to pluck an inch away from each other so you can have a natural looking hairline. So y'all seen before I was plucking a half of an inch behind the hairline, but now I'm going to start plucking in the front of the hairline. So just like I was doing before, I'm plucking an inch away from each other because one is not much to work with. I keep telling y'all that, so y'all know that this is a T-part wig, but I still want to pluck it, okay? So I'm making sure that I'm not plucking too much because I don't want it to be bald and look crazy. So for this wig, I can't pluck how I would normally pluck, and I can't pluck as much as I want to. So I'm just doing a small amount of plucking with this T-part wig just to make sure that it still look right and I just have a natural looking hairline. After I finish plucking the hairline, right now I'm spraying some hairspray on the front of the hairline and I'm about to hot comb it. I usually always do this process before I am going to style the hair. Now I know the hair look wet and it's a little damp. It's not completely wet, Don't try to hot comb hair when it's completely wet. This is damp. Most of it has dried over time while I was plucking my wig, but I'm doing this so I can have the hair be pulled back and get ready to style. In this video, I won't be showing you guys how I style the wig, but if you guys want more styling videos, just leave that in the comment down below. But this is part 1 out of 3 videos. So the next video, you guys will be seeing how I take care of my natural hair, because taking care of your natural hair is very important when you're wearing wigs. So stay tuned for that video, and thank you guys for watching. Y'all already know, give this motherfucker video a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and like I always say, if you're not subscribed, then what the fuck are you doing? You're missing out on some good ass content, girl. So thank you, and bye my babies.